Hey everyone, once again welcome back. So let's continue the discussion for the Ketu transiting over Magha Nakshatra on 29th of March, and it will remain over there till 5th of December 2026, and it is a very important transit for the inner clarifications, okay, for your soul purpose, for your to reduce the internal conflicts. Okay, that's why it is so important. Not every transit is going to give you all the materialistic pleasures, materialistic growth, but some transits are happening just to make sure that you are in the right path, you are in the right set of mindset to pursue what you are trying to achieve in your life. Now, uh, in this video we're going to talk about Sagittarius Lagna or Sagittarius Ascendant people. Okay, it is happening into their ninth house. Very important. It's the house of your higher belief. It's the house of your transformations and your gurus. Okay, your life philosophy. It's happening over there. Now, before we go and discuss about the impacts, let me give you a brief idea about the Magha Nakshatra. So Magha Nakshatra is symbolized by a royal throne. It is also a significator of your Pitrus, that means your ancestors, your ancestral lineage. And Ketu is all about the detachment, separation, liberation, your respect for traditions, your karmic inheritance. These are all connected with Ketu and Magha. Now, it is happening in the sign of Leo. Obviously, the leadership and authority will be tested, will be tested, so that you will become more, or you will start having more grounded leadership style for future. So, for Sagittarius, it is happening in your ninth house. Very important. Why? Because it is happening in your, what is ninth house? First of all, it's all about higher learning. We know that it's all about your philosophy, your beliefs, now your higher belief system. It's all about your spiritual practices, okay, your dharma, your teachers, your mentors, and your long distance journey. Now, and Sagittarius, they have a tendency to always look for truth, knowledge, and meaning in life. Like whatever they are doing, why they are doing, what is the truth behind it, what is the necessity behind that particular action, is what Sagittarius always look for. Now, it's a kind of a transit where the shift will happen from inherited belief to a personal realization. Very important. So you are following some sort of rituals for so long time because it came through inheritance, your family members, your ancestors, or your father, your grandfather doing it for so long time, and all of a sudden Ketu transiting to your ninth house, you start asking question that why you are doing it. Is it really worth of doing it? What is the significance of doing it? What we have achieved so far by doing it? So a lot of questions will start asking. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying you're gonna follow that path what Ketu is trying to teach you. So it's all about, that's why I told the shift is going to happen from inherited belief to personal realization. You're gonna realize what really does that mean. Your own realization will happen. Rather than feeling it, following it blindly, you're gonna start looking for the truth. You're gonna start asking question about it, and you might kind of a person who will create a new ritual out of it, which you will feel more meaningful. Okay, so that's what I see. Now, apart from that, you're gonna start asking questions about the dharma. Okay, you might start asking questions about different religions. You might start asking question about your own religion, your own religious rituals, whatever you followed or you have seen people following for so many years, okay, almost in the same context what I just told few minutes back. So both the sides, your own religion, the other religion, about the spiritual activities, about the rituals, you will start asking questions. Okay, now it is happening in your ninth house. It is happening in the house of your guru and mentor. So you might start having a bit of distance from them, or you might start looking for a guru. That means you will start a journey, because ninth house is also about a long term journey. That means you'll start a journey to look, to search for a guru, a mentor. Now what kind of mentor and guru I'm talking about? Philosophical mentor and guru, spiritual mentor and guru, not the technical things, not related to your job or career. It's all about your life purpose, what you are, who you are, why you are here. All those questions, whatever running in your mind, you will start looking for the answers. And while looking for the answers, you will also look for a guru or person or mentor who will give you all this clarity. So this is a time for Sagittarius. Lot of people, I feel, they will start taking diksha. Diksha, you know, right? You will go to a guru and guru will give you some mantra to chant on every day. That's a guru mantra diksha. You'll become a kind of a disciple of that particular person. Okay, so that kind of rituals you might start or follow in this 6 to 7 months of journey, starting from 29th of March to 5th of December 2026. Now, one more thing you need to understand here, that ancient wisdom will be naturally comes to you. The interest towards ancient wisdom or astrology, occult, tantra, okay, all these things related to all this occult stuff, secret studies, these things will you'll start getting interest towards all these subjects, all these type of videos or books or anything. So you might start looking for a mentor who are also capable of understanding this type of things, not only the life and philosophy, but also the occult. Could be tantra, could be astrology, could be numerology, vastu shastra, pranic healing. These are the areas where all of a sudden Sagittarius native will start gaining interest. They'll start gaining interest towards that. And lot of self-inquiry will happen. Lot of self-inquiry. You will start asking question yourself. Why I am like this? What I am doing? What I supposed to do? What if I have done it in this way? What could have been the impact? So lot of self-inquiry will happen in this time period. Okay, you will go through a lot of meditation technique. You will try to learn a lot of mudra. You'll try to learn a lot of mudra to do meditation, or some kind of jap, some kind of rituals you'll try to get connect with. So this is one thing. Now coming to your guru and guidance, yes, what I feel that this is a time when you may not be able to find your guru easily. See, finding a guru is not an easy task, obviously. But when Ketu is transiting over 9th house, and that too in a nakshatra of its own in Magha, which also a kind of a nakshatra who signifies your pitru, your ancestors and all, right? You first need to understand the ancestral lineage of your line, first of all, your DNA. So you'll get to know that someone in your family or someone in the hierarchy of your family were connected with all this ancient knowledge or astrology, occult and everything. It's a kind of a genetic blessings. Why? And that's the reason now you are suddenly all those things are hitting you. All those vibrations, all those urge to learn about all these topics suddenly coming up to you. Okay, nothing is random, first of all, in this world. Everything is happening in a sequence. So here the Sagittarius people will now try to connect with their ancestors, like, okay, now I understand why I am doing it like this, because one of my ancestors was doing it, ancestor was practicing this particular rituals and all. And you will start valuing, you will start giving more value, more respect towards your ancestors. If you haven't done any kind of offerings towards your ancestors, you will now start doing it. That's why it is so beautiful transit for Sagittarius. All of a sudden you will feel like, I haven't done anything for my ancestors. Now what you can do right now? They're all gone, right? But their spiritual entities are there in this world. They are still there to bless you. So what you need to do, you can start giving them water, offering them water. Okay, so anything, it's not only offering water and all, it might be restricted to a particular religion, a particular religious activity, but to be very honest with you guys, irrespective of any religion, you can still pray to your ancestors. Okay, you can still pray to your ancestors and ask their blessings to support you in your difficult times. And that's what Sagittarius is going to initiate right now from the 29th of March. And they will be too much into it. They'll believe it that their ancestors are now supporting, because Ketu is connected, right, with the Magha Nakshatra. So they will feel that. They'll feel that energy. They'll start doing the tarpan. At least in Vedic culture we do tarpan, right? So they will do the offerings in the day of Mahalaya. If people are already aware of Mahalaya, so they can connect what I'm trying to tell here. So they'll do that. Sagittarius people will start doing it if they haven't done it in last few years or in recent times. They'll start doing it again. So that's why it's so important. So they'll move towards a conscious understanding rather than following some things blindly. They will move towards a conscious understanding. That's what I told, personal realization, moving from or shifting from inherited belief to a conscious understanding, a personal realization. That's what it means. That's what Ketu wants you to understand. Ketu wants you to grow in this area when it's transiting to your 9th house, that too in Magha Nakshatra. With the throne of spirituality, with the trident of spirituality, these natives, mark my words, Sagittarius people, they can achieve a hell lot of things in this life. Because first of all, for Sagittarius, 9th house is the Leo. Leo is the first house of your spiritual journey. That is the first house of your Purva Punya. Whenever you talk about something from your past life, that means Ketu connected, spirituality connected. So, for Sagittarius, it is very natural to become spiritual, but they need that kind of a kick. They need a kind of a trigger point when they'll start they'll activate that side of themselves and start acting towards it. This is the time. Ketu in the Magha in the 9th house. Okay, so this is not a materialistic journey for them, but this is a journey of a spiritual inclination, spiritual upliftment, spiritual refinement as well, because the belief system will change, right? The refinement will happen. You will ask a lot of questions, a lot of introspection will happen. Why I am doing it? Why I am following it? So that's why it's a very good transit. It's a very good transit to looking for a guru or mentor in your life. But the journey will not be easy for you. Mark my word, the journey will not be easy, but the journey will be very interesting. That is why it is important. Okay, the journey will be very interesting when you start looking for a guru, start understanding the occult, the life philosophies and all, the bigger picture of your life. Okay, so before ending this video, I always, at least from now onwards, I try to end with a a quote. Okay, so what I feel that for Ketu in the ninth house transit for Sagittarius, that truth is not something you inherit. Truth is not something you inherit. It is something you realize. Okay, so thanks Sagittarius people for staying with me. And if you like this video, please share and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts, your whatever you are thinking, okay, in the comment section, and I'll try to respond to that soon. Okay, thank you. Thanks again.